So, what are we doing, Mr. Ian?
I've no idea. What are we doing?
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. To...
Hey, oi.
Oi, okay.
My show.
Sure.
All right. We haven't, who are you again?
Mate, even I don't know.
We haven't practiced this clearly, but what we're going to try and do is wing it through Death Trap Dungeon, one of our Final Fantasy game books. And as you know, this cruel, sadistic man normally delights in taking people to their death. But not only that.
Sorry, there's 3/4 of this room who have no idea who I am, and we're genuinely just like this.
Yeah.
Oh, this pervert over here. Apparently, I'm John Robertson. I do a show called The Dark Room. I met Ian at the Edinburgh Fringe in 2012 when he came up to me and greeted me with the immortal words, "Hello, I'm Ian. I invented the thing you're parodying." So, pretty good.
And I didn't send any lawyers in either.
It's true. I mean, at that point, they couldn't have gotten a ticket. It was very successful.
Anyway, now we know who he is. I'm Ian Livingstone. And thank you. And it's my duty to take this man down. I presume a lot of you know what a Final Fantasy game book is. It's a book in which you are the hero and you make choices through its branching narrative with a game system attached to it. And Death Trap Dungeon first came out in 1984.
That sounds
before
like a really
he was
good
born.
Format. Yeah, one year before I was born, and may I say, and that sounds like a really
so
good
he doesn't know
format.
what they are. He hasn't got a clue what it is.
No idea. No idea. I've never seen the interior of a dungeon in my life.
No.
This leather is no accident. Now.
So what we're going to do is roll up a character. We've got no AV that we can use that's vaguely worth using. So we can't display the website we're going to do to keep a record of all his stats. So we're going to have a few able assistants I help to do it old school, manually, with a piece of paper you can't see. Dice you can almost see, one dice that you can see. And we're going to try and get through this adventure. Now, how it's going to work is we're going to give John options, and it's your duty to advise him incorrectly. Because he's a loathsome creature, as we know, and he needs to die, because he delights in getting other people to die. So it's our turn as the audience to lure him to his doom in several ways.
I was not informed of this. This is... All right.
And the more he howls and screams, the more we will delight in that time. Pray for wands.
Hang on. Rolling for skill, eyes closed, backwards, over the head. It'll probably hit the projector. Let's see. Rolling for skill. It's a 3!
Okay. So his initial...
Sorry, is this just bloody applaud your favourite numbers day? 3! Huzzah! 1! Oh, we don't like that. Okay.
Now we're going to roll for stamina to see how many wounds he can take. So he has to roll the dice twice. We're going to add 12 to this. So Are you able to roll it twice? That's roll it once and then roll it again.
Bloody roll you twice. All right. Here we go. Yep. Way! Yeah! 6!
Oh no! Boo! And again, if you could manage that.
I don't know if I like this panto. Sorry, children. Sorry about that. Righto. Yep, and way!
Wow. Yes! That's a result for us. So 12 plus 7, do you know what that is?
Yep. That was the age at which I first went to jail. Yeah.
And now we're going to roll 1 dice for luck and add it to 6.
Okay. 5! Don't sort yourselves out.
Lucky.
I I know what your emotional problems are. Yep.
So you're quite lucky. And he's from Australia, so give us a quick Kylie, could you? Just lucky.
Oh, sorry, yeah, sure. Here's my quick Kylie Minogue impression. I'm 50 for the 10th time.
I'm not sure if you learned to read, so I'll read it out to you.
I've read your books and I'm not certain you learned how to write. Okay.
Okay. Well, I can't read either. I can't without my glasses, but never mind. So we'll kind of fast forward to the first decision point.
Okay.
So hang on, we'll get to you in a minute. There are 6 contestants going to Death Trap Dungeon, which was this terrible dungeon built by one Baron Suckenvit who lived in Fang. Fang was a bit of a dump, nowheresville. So he decided to brighten up by attracting loads of people to come and watch this spectacle, which is Death Trap Dungeon. He offered a prize of 10,000 gold pieces, which I'm not offering today, by the way. The only stipulation is that only one of the contestants can get out alive. But you need each other's help. So you have to help each other, knowing that at some point you have to backstab and kill the person who's just been helping you. So it's up to you to make the right decision. On top of that, no one has ever escaped Death Trap Dungeon ever before. So you could be a first. Unlikely looking at the man, but so you're. We'll get straight on to. We'll miss out all the introduction bits, where Baron Suckenvit is welcoming you, and you get well fed and spoiled before this huge contest takes place.
Just a quick question, and how old is Death Trap Dungeon now?
It first came out in 1984.
Okay, it seems a little bit a mere 34 years later, to start doing editing on it now.
Yeah, but it's too much for me to read.
Okay. Said every child ever. Okay.
All right, let's get into.
I'm ending our friendship.
So you are the spectators in Fang, wanting this man to fail, or not.
All right.
Let's do a quick poll. Who wants him to succeed? Who wants him to fail? Popular, aren't you? Suddenly a hush falls over the crowd as Baron Suckenvit steps forward, holding 6 bamboo sticks. You draw one from your outstretched hand and read the word 5. You're number 5, 5th contestant. The trial begins. The knight is first. He salutes the crowd before disappearing into the tunnel and is followed half an hour later by the elf. Next goes a barbarian and then the dark assassin. Now it's your turn to salute the crowd.
Oh, wait, hang on, I remember before.
Holding your violet scarf aloft, you take one final deep breath of cool, fresh air before turning to pass between the stone-pillared gateway into Suckenvit's corridors of power to face unknown perils on the walk through the mighty Baron's Death Trap Dungeon. Ooh. Your adventure awaits. May your stamina never fail.
I've got some pills that really help. Yep.
The clamour of the excited spectators gradually fades behind you as you venture deep into the gloom of the cavern tunnel. Ooh. Large crystals hang down from the tunnel roof at 20-meter intervals, radiating a soft light effects.
They actually do.
Just enough for you to see your way. As your eyes gradually become accustomed to the near darkness, you begin to see movement all around. Spiders, beetles, crawling up and down the chiseled walls disappear quickly into cracks and crevices as they sense your approach. Rats and mice scurry along the floor ahead of you. Droplets of water drip into small pools with an eerie plopping sound which echoes down the tunnel.
I love an eerie plop, don't you?
Sit down when you plop.
What a game mechanic that is, Ian. All right.
The air is cold, moist, and dank. After walking slowly along the tunnel for about 5 minutes, you arrive at a stone table standing against the wall to your left. On it, there are 6 boxes, one of which has your name printed on the lid. Do you want to open the box? Yes. Or would you prefer to carry on walking north? This is your first decision. Take the money.
Who says the box? Who says go north? I proceed in the direction I believe to be north. Yeah, I've literally just found the quarter of the room that knows who I am, and I'll tell you, this little Tetris shape of your fans are having a time right about now. Right, we proceed in the direction we believe to be north. How can we be sure? It's a death trap dungeon.
The clue is in the title. Well, make your mind up, young adventurer.
I did. We're going north.
Pray tell me with hard of hearing.
Oh, prithee, good sir, as I speak into yonder microphone, go north!
So he's ignored the box. Foolish man. After walking down the tunnel for a few minutes, you come to a junction. A white arrow painted on one wall points west. On the floor you can see wet footprints made by those who entered before you. It's hard to be sure, but it looks as though 3 of them followed the direction of the arrow, while 1 decided to go east. If you wish to head west, okay, I'll make that into a decision because I'm doing the numbers. Will you head west or will you head east? A simple question, no information given, therefore it's totally random. I hope you die.
God, you people are easily impressed. All right.
And there's no light switch.
Yay! Something, Lara Croft. Okay, now, here we go, an IDOS reference that didn't work. Okay. Right, what do we think of West? Oh, well, that's not very popular. East? We'll be going west.
Good. I'm glad you chose west. West is best.
Is now the time for nationalism, Ian? That was it's a strange...
It seems to be in vogue at the moment.
Oh, there we go. There's some bloody cutting-edge political satire here down at UK Games Expo. That'll be all over the bloody table.
Following the 3 sets of wet footprints along the west passage of the tunnel, you soon arrive at a junction. Will you continue west following 2 sets of footprints, or head north following the 3rd set of footprints? So another random choice. We love random choices. Love it when you've got no information.
Oh, I am adoring this game of thrilling junction simulator.
That's my next book, Junction Simulator.
Oh, we bloody love Junction Simulator.
It's called Left or Right.
Another political statement from Ian Livingstone.
What about the Lib Dems?
Righto, so what have we got? We got east or west again? Is that what we're doing?
No, pay attention.
Oh.
West or north?
Okie dokie. West?
Anybody mapping this?
North? Oh, let's go with the audience favourite.
Of west, yeah, there you go, yeah. Nearly did the thing
West,
you wanted.
130.
Yeah, west again.
Okay. You exit from Death Trap Dungeon and you... Oh, sorry. Only joking. Not much over that. Walking along the tunnel, you are surprised to see a large iron bell hanging down from the ceiling. Do you want to ring the bell, or would you rather walk round it and continue west?
No.
Ignore bell. Walk around bell.
Bill's not here.
Yeah, we'll be walking around the bell.
Okay.
Walking around the bell.
We'll resist the bell end joke then.
No, apparently we won't, Ian. Apparently we'll just make the joke while claiming we haven't made it. Are you a troll on the internet, son? My word. I didn't mean it. It was ironic. Keep going. Yeah, we've walked
Ahead,
around.
you hear the sound of rocks being ground and crushed. That's a piano.
No, it's the sound of rocks being crushed, mate.
Okay, so the noise grows louder, and suddenly you realize that the wall on your right is starting to collapse.
Oh no.
Terrified, you watch a large, hideous, worm-like creature with a gaping mouth and extraordinarily powerful mandibles slithers through a hole in the wall. Its great jaws continue to crunch the rock as it turns its head slowly from side to side. Feeling the cool air of the tunnel, it appears to be totally blind, but seems to know your presence, perhaps sensing the heat of your body. Or perhaps a smell that's not written down, but it starts to slither towards you with mandibles wide apart to attack. Will you fight the rock grub, or would you rather run back down the tunnel to the junction and head east?
I just want to point out, I really love that in that description, the thing's destroying the wall, and your guy is literally going, look at the mandibles on that. I don't think I could bloody spot a mandible.
You're very observant. That's good.
Okay, so, righto, who thinks we should fight? Yeah? Has the other one run away by any chance?
Run away, yeah, you know what that means, don't you?
Oh. Ooh. Well, the music stopped. Right. Oh, yeah, come on. Let's fight the mandible thing! Yes!
All right, we're going to fight it. So now I need my able assistant, whose name I've forgotten. Sorry? Ruth. Rose. Oh, brilliant. I've got a daughter called Lucy Rose. That's good. You're going to keep a track of the combat as it goes through. So we're now going to fight this rock grub. Well, our man here is. So we're going to turn to 254.
This is my enemy?
Okay. You draw your sword and advance slowly towards the huge, slimy rock grub. You call that a sword?
No, but there you go.
Yeah. We got no props. Where's the sword? No, never mind. Okay, can you put the rock grub's you can write rock grub, and its skill is 7, and it's got a stamina of 11. So anybody want to roll the dice for the rock grub?
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, we got Tommy Cooper. Thank you very much.
All right. Just like that.
So, who am I going to let go first? Okay. So we're going to roll the dice for the creature first. We're going to roll 2 dice and add its skill score to get its attack strength.
I need 2 dice? Okay.
Okay, you can go first. And add it to the skill.
That would be 1 and 5.
Plus 7. What we got there? 13. Versus. You didn't give us a name, young man, for your character.
Darren.
Well, that's a surprise. Is that anything before Darren, or is it just Darren?
Darren, yeah, Darren. Yeah.
Not Baron Darren or anything like that.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, Baron Darren.
So this is Baron Darren.
Old Baron Darren who loves to listen to Duran. There you go.
This is Baron Darren who loves Duran. Is going to roll his dice twice for his tax trade.
Here we go with the 1. 6.
And he's got 9, so it's 15. Right, again.
3.
So that's 18. And what was yours? 13. So the rock grub gets hit with 2 stamina loss.
Yeah.
Well, you've wounded that creature, Baron Darren.
Yeah, thumped it right in the stamina. Yeah.
Okay, it's still alive. His mandibles are still clicking away.
Is that what mandibles do?
They kind of come out the side and do a bit of pincer movement.
Okay. So, what?
Right, we're going. Okay, Tommy, let's go again.
I'm not rolling well.
Call yourself a rock grub. 12.
Well then, Hadouken! 4!
Okay, plus 9 is 13, and another one.
Hooray.
One more.
Oh shit. 3!
So what's that? 17, and what do you get, rock grub? Okay, once again, the rock grub is hit. Boo! Okay, round 3, seconds out. Baron Darren.
Yeah.
Rock grub.
5, 3, 8, 7,
15. Beat that.
Okay.
Baron Darren.
5!
Well, he's already 14.
1!
15. Did you get 15? Okay, that's like next to anybody.
I think this would be faster if I actually just attacked him.
You could beat him to a pulp with that pineapple if you
right,
want.
Yeah, that sounds fine, yep.
One more should see him off. Okay,
Okay.
one more. Whoever wins the next round's going to win it.
Right.
There's people asleep at the back.
People asleep on stage. 2 and 3.
Oh, that's awful.
2. Oh,
So
shit.
that's
Hang on.
11.
Five.
All right, poor old rock grub's getting slaughtered. What's it down to? He lost that one, so another 2. That's 3. That's 6 is lost now. He wins this one, unfortunately.
Yay.
Thank you very much. You step around the great bulk of the dead rock grub and peer into the darkness of its borehole. I don't know if you've ever done that before, Darren Barron.
I'll bloody show it some stamina now. Yep.
You can only see a few meters, but are able to make out that it inclines slightly and is wet from the secreted slime of the rock grub.
Is this the borehole that we're describing now?
Yes.
Okay, welcome to Ian Livingstone's Human Biology lecture, ladies and gentlemen. Yep.
This could be a tough choice for you. If you wish to, do you want to explore the borehole?
Yeah, not since school. Yep.
Remember, we have children present. Or would you rather walk west along the tunnel that you were already walking along?
Now, let me make certain I have you right. Who thinks west? Now, who's on team borehole? We'll be going west. Far away from the noxious borehole that's so popular with these people.
After a long walk down the tunnel, you come to a dead end.
Oh,
a large
no.
mirror reaching from the ceiling to the floor hangs on one end of the wall, and in the dim light you can just about make out your own reflection. Do you want to take a closer look in the mirror, oh pretty one? Or would you rather make the long walk back to the last junction in the tunnel and head east?
Who thinks I should look at myself? Or go back the way we came, apparently. Fine, let's give ourselves a treat, and we'll have ourselves a little look in the mirror. There we go.
Okay. You step up to the mirror and amused by your distorted reflection. Your head looks as large as a pumpkin, and your face is exceedingly strange. Suddenly, without warning, a terrible pain pounds through your head, and you try to look away from the mirror, but you're unable to. Some evil force is keeping your eyes glued to your own reflection. You grip your head with your hands and realize with horror that it is expanding. You can withstand it no longer, and without blink and blacking out in pain, you fall unconscious to the floor, never to awake. You die. 40 minutes to kill him off. Result.
Not gonna lie, my show's more effective. Okay.
Vanity
Yeah.
is a killer. That's one death. Do you want to now go back to the borehole?
Oh yeah, let's go back to the surprisingly popular borehole.
I don't know where it is, though.
Yeah, what's upsetting though is if anyone wants to write a bad review of this, all they have to write is, "We went there. It was a borehole," you know. So
This is Baron Darren's son.
oh, Darren Darrenson. Yeah.
Baron Darren's
Yeah,
son.
the well-known Swedish plumber, Darren Darrenson. There we go. Hello.
You look remarkably like your dad,
Yes, very much. Yes.
which is, lucky, I guess.
I feel insulted, but I don't know how.
You've suddenly arrived at a borehole.
Oh, the borehole!
And
The very popular tourist destination, the borehole.
there's a sign on it that says, Baron Darren died not far away from here.
Oh,
Trapped in a mirror.
this is
Forever looking at his own hideous image.
Actually, hey, why not? Let's add a bit of unnecessary pathos to this. Here we go. Every year I come down here and I make the pilgrimage to see where my father died. I come to the borehole and I'm aware that my father died looking into the mirror. I hate the borehole. But I got to do it. Yeah, read the next bit.
Tapping the side of the borehole with your sword,
Oh, all right.
you
Go
tread
on,
your
so-
way blindly through the sticky slime.
I'm a man.
Advancing your way.
Hang on, I just like the idea that if I am genuinely upset because this is where my father died, I like the idea that I have no idea how to express my emotions, so I'm feeling sad, get the sword out, there we go. Just walking down the borehole where Dad died.
Follow its twisting and turning course
Oh, it's twisting and turning.
for what seems an age and begin to wonder where it might lead. Suddenly you hear a slithering sound up ahead. You freeze with fear, your eyes desperately trying to pierce the pitch black darkness. Before you realize what is happening, you're gripped around the neck by powerful mandibles of another rock grub. It's the mate of the rock grub your father killed and has been attracted by the smell of blood on the sword, which belongs to your father, clearly. It squeezes harder and harder till your neck snaps like a small twig. Your adventure is there. You die. Brilliant. 5 minutes. So we need to go back to the east bit.
Yep.
Thank you.
And that man, the brother of Mr. Borehole, many years ago they had an argument. One said, I will know where the borehole was. The other, east, 135.
So, right, now, so this is Darren's son, who's come to see where his father and grandfather died.
Mum says we should stop coming here.
After you've seen where your father died and where your grandfather died, you pass the Rock Grub's borehole on your left and soon arrive at a junction. You take a quick look down the tunnel leading south, but do not see anybody approaching. Quickening your step, you head east, turn to... You could have got there without this one. All right.
Is there a reason we're listening to smooth jazz? at this
Oi.
point? Just walking along the junction.
I've got a harmonica. We could play along.
Oh, yeah, all right. You got a harmonica?
Yeah.
Have you? You got it with you?
Sure.
Yeah, all right, fine. Yeah, great. There we go. Welcome down to Ian Livingstone's Country and Western Death Stroke
No,
Dungeon.
no, hang on, it's going to be blues.
What do you want? Well, I'm going down the dungeon, gonna have myself a time. I'm going down the dungeon, gonna see about some dime. I'm going down the dungeon, what's over there? Oh no, I'm going down the dungeon, it's a borehole, it's a borehole. Daddy died in a borehole, Daddy died in a borehole, Daddy died in a borehole.
Mr. John Robertson. You walk down the passage
And right back into it.
and soon find yourself standing on the edge of a deep, dark pit. The passage continues east. On the other side of the pit, you think you could probably jump over the pit, but you're not sure. There is rope hanging down from the ceiling over the center of the pit. So, will you throw your shield over the pit and jump after it? Will you jump over the pit carrying all your possessions? Or will you reach for the rope with your sword to enable you to swing across the pit? If you can't remember all that, I will read it again.
Why would I reach for the rope with a sword?
Because you can't reach with your hand, you'll fall in. It gives you the extra length.
Don't make the obvious joke.
And once again, we've made
Family
the obvious
audience.
joke while claiming not to have made the obvious joke. Tell you what, I'm a big fan of throwing the shield and having a jump. That's what I'm thinking. No.
Okay, audience, surely you should be making him make the wrong choice here.
Who says grab the rope? Right, who says jump over with all me possessions? Who thinks throw the shield? Yeah, let's throw the shield. Let's go with the original.
Okay, throwing the shield. Do you used to do a lot of discus as a kid?
Oh, yep.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I did so well at sports, I'm at the UK Games Expo. Make no mistake. Yep.
Just as you're about to release the shield and throw it over the pit, it slips from your fingers and rolls away. You're unable to reach it before it falls over the edge of the pit, clattering down its sides to the bottom. The loss of the shield reduces your fighting ability. Lose 1 skill point.
Also, how long have I had this shield?
Too long.
Yeah, well, because I'm not going to lie, did my father or grandfather have a shield? I wouldn't have done anything. They died in a mirror.
No. This is your shield.
Oh, it's my
Baron's
shield.
son.
Ah.
They were shieldless.
Oh, good. I'm glad that I came prepared.
Cursing your own clumsiness,
Oh, blast.
you step forward,
Oh, my
leap across the
clumsiness.
pit, and land safely on the other side, unfortunately, and head east. Yeah, I think you might have chosen quite well there for once. The tunnel makes a sudden left turn and continues north as far as you can see. You soon arrive at a closed wooden door in the left-hand wall. Will you open the door, or will you keep going north?
Who wants the door? We proceed in the direction we believe to be north.
He's not very adventurous for an adventurer, Baron's son.
We've learned how to be cautious in my family.
Well, it's paying off. You've survived a lot longer than your father did. Only a few meters further down the passage, you see another closed door in the left-hand wall. The letter X is scratched into its center panel.
Ooh.
Putting your ear to the door, you listen intently but can hear nothing. Will you open the door, young man?
No.
Or will you keep walking north?
No, that seems... Open the door! The door with X on it. I don't talk to any of me exes. I don't want to do this, no.
X on the beach.
Thanks for bailing me out of my crap joke with one of your own. Okay, that was good. That was really generous of you. Thank you. Right, who's up for going into the X door? And we'll be ignoring the X door and just continuing on. Oh no, it's the chicken that bothered me during my kids' show this afternoon. That happened, by the way. That was fun.
The passage slowly starts to climb, leading you relentlessly northwards. Because you're so boring. You do not come across a single junction. There are no doorways or...
Sorry. As a sentence.
It's written down here.
No.
Honestly.
No. What you've said and then that is staggering. Boring. You don't come across a single junction. What is your bloody obsession with junctions?
I was talking about...
Welcome to Junction Simulator.
No, I was talking about the borehole.
Oh, the borehole. Of course, it's always the borehole.
That was boring, wasn't it? There are no doorways or even an alcove to investigate, and you become less guarded as you plod on.
Do I?
After a while, you become so
You
nonchalant
don't know me at all.
that you fail to notice thin tripwires stretched low across the passage.
I failed to... Okay, fine. Yeah.
Well, I've not...
I lose one skill point and I failed to notice it. All
Has
right.
anyone seen him look down? No.
You bloody did. You're the ones who trip on the tripwire, make no mistake. All
It's
right.
only when your foot catches it that you hear a distant rumble that you realise it's your mistake. The rumbling sound swells to an almost deafening level, and suddenly, out of the gloom of the tunnel, ahead you see a massive boulder rolling towards you, gathering speed at every second.
Hang on, sorry. At least...
Keep going. You run faster and faster than you've ever done in your life before, but still the boulder is catching up with you. Roll 2 dice. If the number is the same or less than both your skill and stamina scores, turn to 340. If they're greater than either, turn to 7.
3.
That's really good. Should we just let him keep skipping for an hour or two? I'm just going to the toilet. Carry on.
Yeah, you normally have to go somewhere else to go to the toilet, Ian, but that's fine. You enjoy yourself.
Okay. If the total is greater, then okay. That was very good getting a low roll, by the way. Your fear gives way in your new surge of energy, and somehow your tired legs manage to keep you in front of the boulder. Ahead on your right, you see a welcome sight of a doorway. You lunge at the door and mercifully it flies open. The boulder thunders past you, and you're left lying on the ground, exhausted, on the floor of a large room. You look round the room and see nothing of interest apart from an alcove in the west wall and a stone chair in the middle of the room.
Wow.
Sitting in the chair is the skeleton of
Look
an
at that
armed
alcove.
warrior. Possibly a contestant from years gone by.
Oh.
Not your parents in any way, I don't think. They died elsewhere. The skeletal fingers of its right hand are gripped round a piece of parchment. Would you like to look at the parchment and take it from the skeleton? Or would you rather walk over to the alcove?
Oh, I'm a fiend for architecture myself. Who says let's go over to the dead thing and take the thing in its hand? but the alcove. Oh, we're going to be thrillingly hitting the sequel to Junction Simulator.
Alcove
Observer.
Simulator.
Yeah, we're going to the alcove, please, Ian.
This is the alcove of anxiety, is it? Are you anxious now, young man?
I've been a lot more anxious if I'd gone near the skeleton and taken the thing out of its hand. The alcove seems relatively safe. Alcove.
At the back of the alcove are some steps leading down into a cellar.
Oh, well, we don't want to go down there at all.
Cobwebs brush your face as you descend.
What? Why?
The cellar ceiling is quite low. And
Going to the cellar.
you have no choice.
What?
You should have gone for the parchment, you foolish man.
Okay. Gosh, the cellar.
And the floor is strewn with rubbish and debris. In the middle of the wall opposite you is an archway which leads into another crystal lit room, tunnel.
This alcove is not as advertised.
There are large mushrooms growing on the rubbish on your right. Will you eat the mushrooms? Or step through the archway?
All right. Mushrooms. Archway. Now, children, if you ever encounter mushrooms in the forest, in real life, and you don't know what they are, don't do what I'm about to do. That's just a little safety warning. Let's eat the mushrooms.
Okay. You break off a large piece of the mushroom and bite into it eagerly. Immediately, your stomach feels bloated, and you can even see it beginning to bulge below your belt. Your whole body starts to expand, bursting out of your clothes with a loud ripping sound. You grow bigger and bigger, and soon your face is pressed against the ceiling. The mushrooms you have eaten are much sought after by wizards for their growth potions, but to you they spell doom. You are too large ever to leave the cellar, and your adventure ends here! You die.
Hang on. I'm too large to ever leave the cellar? Yeah? I start a blog.
There's no internet connection.
Oh, no. However will I tell the world my hateful thoughts?
Right on the scroll.
No. You know where we left the scroll.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, is that where we're going?
If only I knew where it was. Thank you. We got some star prizes for the people who've been most helpful this evening.
Next opportunity, make a U-turn.
Okay, we're going to start at 35. I have no idea where it is, but Baron Son decided to go to this part of the tunnel because he was lost searching for his great-grandfather, his grandfather and his father. The tunnel continues west for several hundred meters, finally ending some steps leading to a closed trapdoor. You climb the steps slowly, hearing muffled voices above you. In the dim light, you see the trapdoor is not locked. Do you want to knock on the trapdoor, or would you rather burst through the trapdoor with your sword drawn?
Yeah. Well. Yeah, no choice. Burst!
That's
Burst
35.
through. Kill. Burst.
Sword?
Yeah, sword. Burst. Kill. Burst.
Burst, kill.
Burst, kill.
Okay, burst,
Yes.
kill it is. You throw the trapdoor open and run up the steps into a bright lantern-lit room. Two goblins are sharpening their short swords on a stone set in the middle of the floor. You catch them momentarily off guard, but they quickly recover and rush forward to attack you. Should we let him win this battle, or should we go? We need someone who can actually roll decent numbers this time, please. Anyone good at it? Okay. We have another volunteer. Thank you. Please turn to the audience and say who you are and where you come from. Right. These two dice, do you have them? Yes. Right. What I'm going to do is treat the two goblins as one. So you're going to get to attack twice, and we're going to add them together, even though it says fight them one at a time, because we can. So would you care to roll those dice 4 times? So we've got 5. And 5. And plus the skill of the... No, that's all right. That's enough.
5.
So that's 5. The monster's... the goblin's skill is 5 and its stamina is 4. Bit weedy, but we are cheating.
Who's the boss now, eh?
So 15 for that first round. So you are down to 8 plus 2 dice, please.
Okay.
6. Oh, that's 14.
It's like 5 with an extra one.
2 or above, and you've half killed it.
6!
Oh, right. So the poor old goblin's down to 2 stamina. Right. One more time, please. 2 dice, rolled twice.
9.
Oh, good. And again.
10.
Oh, that's 19 plus the weedy 5 is 24. It's not a bowling alley.
3!
3 plus 8 is 11, plus 1 more, you can't do it. So our man here suffers his first stamina loss, which is quite good. So Baron Son is down to 17 stamina. Right, next one, please. Twice. 10. Who is this gal? We like her.
7.
17 plus 5, 22. Good luck. 1. He can't do it. He's down to 15. Next round, please. Come on, you goblins. 3.
7.
10 plus 15. You got 15 to beat. You got 8 to start with, and the first die roll is
6!
all right. You need 2 to put him to the sword.
6!
Oh, the goblin is dead. By the way, you're supposed to be collecting jewels in this adventure, and you haven't found anything yet. Just saying.
Oh, what?
The only furniture in the goblin's room is a table, 2 chairs, and a cupboard on the wall. There are 2 closed doors, one in the west wall and the other in the north wall. Are you going to open the cupboard, open the west door, or open the north door?
The north door.
The north door it is.
Yes, it is. Thank you for that, Ian.
I'm here to help. The door opens into another tunnel which rises gently into the distance. After walking uphill for a while, the tunnel levels out and you soon arrive at a door on the right-hand wall to which a withered hand is nailed.
Oh,
Are you going to open the door
Hello,
or
Uncle
carry
Jim.
north? It could be your great-grandfather's hand.
yeah, okay, what are the options?
Open the door
Yep.
or continue north.
High 5 is what we'll be doing there with that... This hand that's been nailed there?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, there you go. Hey. That's the whitest thing I've ever done. Right.
Okay.
Okay, as we ignore this this sort of reconstituted section of Christ, what are we going to do?
It's here.
Oh, it's here, is it? Let's
Open
see.
the door or...
Shall we open the door? Yeah! Or should we continue north?
North. North it is.
Have any of you people even seen this?
Yeah, in Tesco's.
You have never shopped at Tesco in your life, have you? Get a load of Captain Waitrose over here. Okay.
There is an open pipe in the right-hand wall, about 1 meter in diameter. It's too dark to see far down it. You shout into it and hear your own voice echoing down the iron pipe until it eventually fades away. If you wish to crawl down the pipe, or would you rather continue north?
Pipe! North! Yeah, all right. Pipe.
He doesn't like doors, but he does like boreholes and pipes. What does this mean?
You wrote it.
It was a long time ago.
Are you out of your borehole and pipe space, are you?
It's a phase I was going through. It's all about the 80s.
I can just see your parents taking you to see the psych now, you know. He's just obsessed with these boreholes and pipes.
Clearly,
Yeah,
the pipe is wet and slimy. Where you crawl on into the dank darkness, slithering and sliding as you go, suddenly your hand touches something hard and square which feels as if it's made of wood. It rattles as you shake it and you decide you must be holding a box. Will you crawl back out of the pipe and examine your find, or would you rather press on further down the pipe, taking the box with you to examine later?
Oh, let's come back out of the pipe and have
Okay.
a little look at the...
All right. Impatient young one. He's coming out. He's reverse piping.
That's a practice I'm not familiar with, Ian. Do you want to just enlighten us into the strange grammar school nature of the reverse piping, mate?
I don't know. Is that a verb?
A verb, yeah.
To
sure,
reverse
yeah.
pipe.
To reverse. It's better than it being an adjective, you know. Look at this reverse piping idiot coming in here.
Removing the box lid by the light of the tunnel, you find an iron key and a large gem.
Oh.
It's a sapphire.
Oh.
He's found a sapphire. Yes, you've been advised to eat the sapphire. Is that something you'd like to do, young man?
Is that an option? Is that in the book?
No, add 1 luck point as well.
Oh. Boom. Yeah, sure, eat it. Eat the
It's not an
sapphire.
option, but you can if you
Yeah,
wish.
eat the sapphire. That's a good idea.
Right.
Eat it.
That's
Eat the
that
sapphire.
means before you escape, you have to have a dump.
Yum, yum. Yeah.
Because you need the emeralds to get out.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Well, I'll have it with me.
You will.
Yep. Unless I eat something else, in which case...
It's
well,
like border patrol, isn't it? You have to put him in a special room waiting for him to...
I think you're about to say it's like border patrol. People have swallowed it to smuggle it in, but
Yeah.
okay, that's fine.
I did.
Oh, you did? Sorry, yeah.
Okay.
Misunderstood. The English language isn't my first one. There we go.
What is?
Yeah, it's a good question. We don't know as yet. Ignorance, I think.
You place it in your backpack and set off north once again.
How long have I had this backpack?
You inherited it.
I inherited the backpack?
That's all that was left to you.
It's all that was left of them. Righto, okay.
There is a new branch in the tunnel on your left.
Oh.
And ahead you see 2 bodies lying on the floor.
Ah.
You stop and peer down the tunnel and seeing no doors, well, not that you care anyway,
No.
or creatures, you decide against walking down it. With your sword drawn, you walk over to the bodies.
This makes sense. Yep. Either of you related to me?
The bodies are those of 2 orc guards. At least one of your rivals in the Trial of Champions must still be ahead of you. A quick search of the bodies produces nothing but a necklace of teeth hanging around the neck of one of the orcs.
Nothing but a necklace of teeth? I mean, that's a pretty bloody remarkable
Okay.
thing to find.
All right, put it this way.
Yep.
You're really excited to see a necklace of teeth hanging around the orcs of one of the... hanging around the necks of one of the orcs.
Yeah.
Do you want to put on the necklace?
I eat it. I eat.
Or would you rather set off north? Or would you rather wait around for the sapphire to reappear? In a squatting position.
Yeah, the teeth might help with that. Shall we put on the necklace of teeth? Yes! Shall we go north? Yes! Oh, let's get decorative.
Let's put on the necklace of teeth.
Okay. The necklace is an amulet of strength.
Yes! Yeah, it is.
Add 1 skill point and 1 stamina point.
Yeah.
That's not what we were looking for.
My next fight will be against a dentist.
So your current status is skill 9, stamina 16, and luck 12, which is better than what you started with.
Oh.
Well, better than your great-grandfather started with. But good on you, mate. Okay.
Well, come along, good man. Pish posh, come on. If we're going to do that,
I'm just
we're
having
going to
a
stereotype
senior
accent.
moment. Just bear with me. The tunnel soon ends at a junction. A lot of them do, don't they?
Oh! A junction!
Yes.
Real!
3 cheers for the junction.
Yeah, I like the fact they didn't commit to 3. They just did 1. You all heard 3 cheers.
No,
went,
I didn't say hip hip hooray.
Oh, I see.
They were getting ahead of themselves.
Ah.
Right, 3 cheers for the junction. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip hooray. See? They are junction lovers.
Look at the beauty and majesty of this junction. Just
Standing there alone
Oh, I am.
and wondering which way to go
Oh,
is
why
one
would
of
it-
your rivals.
Oh, no.
It's one of the barbarians.
Ah.
You call out to him,
Hey.
but at first he does not answer. He merely stares at you coldly, his hands firmly gripping his axe. You walk up to him and ask him which way he's heading.
He's firmly gripping his
He
axe.
grunts.
What was that?
His axe.
Oh, thank you.
A-X-E.
Seemed unnecessary. I'm sorry about the divorce, Barry.
He grunts his reply, saying he's going west, and you may go with him if you wish. Do you want to head west to the barbarian, or would you rather flip him off and decline his offer and head east alone?
Why can't I kill him?
That's not an option. I'm giving you the options. You have to make a choice. That's how it works.
Are we friends with the barbarian? Yes. Are we ignoring him and going east? Yes.
Great.
No. We take the barbarian warmly by the hand and we skip together
To the borehole.
to the borehole. Ah, yes. Or a junction. Nothing
Okay.
fancy.
Off you trot. Hand in hand. Although you are slightly uneasy in each other's company, knowing that there can only be one winner in the Trial of Champions, you are both content to share in the benefits of a temporary alliance. You begin to tell each other of your exploits so far, of the monsters and traps encountered, and the dangers overcome, and the doors you haven't opened. Walking along, you soon come to the edge of a wide pit. It's too deep and dark to see to the bottom. The barbarian offers to lower you to the bottom with his rope, saying he has a torch which he can light for you to see. Will you accept the barbarian's offers? Will you offer to lower him down so if he's so eager to investigate the pit? Or suggest that you both jump over the pit together, hand in hand, no doubt?
I tell him to get in the pit. Get in the pit, my barbarian friend.
Okay, let's see what he says. The barbarian, who tells you he's called Throm, ties a rope around his waist, giving you the free end.
What's his name?
Throm.
Throm. Good setting.
Throm.
That's very good. A relative of Quark from Deep Space Nine. That's quite nice. Throm.
Listen, for someone called Darren,
Yeah.
I wouldn't moan about names.
True.
As he lights the torch, you see a look of distrust in his eyes. Slowly he climbs over the edge of the pit while you brace yourself and take the strain on the rope. As you lower him little by little, you see the smooth sides of the pit illuminated by Throm's torch. He finally reaches the bottom and calls up to you, saying that there is another tunnel running north. He tells you to secure the rope around a rock protruding from the edge of the pit and lower yourself to the bottom. If you wish to stay with the barbarian and head north down the lower tunnel, that's one option. Or would you rather abandon him by jumping over the pit and head west without him?
Abandon him. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, you were abandoning the guy.
Okay, bye-bye, Throm.
Bye, Throm.
It's been special. You let go of the rope and hear it fall to the bottom of the pit. The barbarian curses, promising to kill you if your paths should cross again. You step back and take a running jump. You land safely on the far side of the pit and continue west. Further down the tunnel, you step on a floor stone, which tilts forward, triggering a trap, which releases a boulder loosely set in the ceiling. You look up just as it's about to crash on you. We're going to test our luck. And so we're going to roll 2 dice. Three. And he's got a luck of 12. 6. If the number is equal less to your luck, you have been lucky. It was less, wasn't it? He was lucky. Which is unfortunate, because that's not what we were looking for, was it, gang? So, we proceed, having survived that little trap. You just manage to dive to the side before the boulder smashes onto the tunnel floor, splitting the stone. As you dust yourself off, you suddenly notice daylight at the end of the tunnel. You run forward towards a beautiful sight of blue skies and green trees. Running out of the tunnel, you expect to be greeted by cheering crowds, but horrified at what you do see.
I see this.
This is no hero's welcome from the people around you. All of them are dead. You are in fact standing in a cold chamber littered with armored skeletons and bodies. The exit to victory was just an illusion. Only the corpses of past adventures are real. You run backwards to the tunnel, but hit an invisible wind barrier. You are trapped and destined to end your days in the chamber of the dead. You die. Right, that one lasted half an hour. Well done.
I will just say that as I looked out at a sea of increasingly exhausted people, and you began to describe just being in a sea of the dead, it was just too real for a moment there.
Well done, you managed to turn them to stone with your wonderful personality. So you're going to be lower down into the pit, all right?
Yeah, right.
All right?
All right, mate, all right.
All right. Do all women talk like that?
Yep.
You told me you were...
When you're not a talented actor, yeah, they do all talk like this.
But you said you were the daughter.
Yeah, I know what I said. I can't commit to the character.
Okay. After tying the rope...
Oh, did you say I already have the hair? That's funny.
After tying the rope around... No, it'd be brushed. Hello. What's your name? Where do you come from?
Yeah, sure. I am Gladys Darrenson, son.
Gladys.
And yeah, why not? And once a year, members of my family make a pilgrimage to this fatal ground. Normally as a memorial, although no one sent on this has yet returned.
Yeah. I'm not surprised. There's only about 20 minutes of oxygen left in this room, I reckon.
Yeah, right, got. Okay, so we're with Throm.
Yeah. After tying the rope around the rock, you lower yourself into the bottom of the pit. Throm retrieves his rope by shaking off the rock, and you set off together down the new tunnel. Happy days.
Happy days. A barbarian, a rope, and a tunnel.
You can hold hands genuinely now.
Yeah, is the sunset available? I'm hearing skip across the sunset.
On a stone ledge in the tunnel...
No, we've got a stone ledge, though.
You see 2 dusty leather-bound books.
Look at those dusty
Throm
leather-bound
grunts his contempt for the written word, urging you to leave the books and hurry on.
Gee, that grunt had a lot to say, didn't it? I hate literacy.
Will you open the red leather book? Will you open the black leather book?
Oh.
Or do as Throm says, ignore the written word and carry on north down the tunnel?
Red leather! black leather.
Everyone likes a bit of black leather in this room.
Black leather. Yeah, we're doing the black leather book. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, hang on. We open the black leather book. The first words we see are written by Neil Gaiman. There we go.
The book's pages are sealed together, but a small...
It is written by Neil Gaiman.
But a small hole has been cut in the middle of them. This is not a borehole.
A borehole!
But just large enough to hold a small corked bottle containing a clear liquid. You show it to Throm, who holds up his hand, indicating that he does not want you to come anywhere near him with it. His distrust of things unknown is evident. So, will you drink the liquid? Rub the liquid into your wounds, of which you have many, or open the red book, or leave the bottle and book and continue north with Throm.
Shall we drink? Shall we tend to these mysterious wounds?
You inherited them from your grandparents.
Wow, these genetics are bad. Okay. Should we ignore the book and leave it all there? No. Yeah, let's open up the red leather book.
Okay.
Oh, blast.
As you open the book, it begins to disintegrate, and the pages turn to dust in your hand. You manage to keep a few fragments and read the handwritten script. The book appears to be about monsters, and from what you can make out, it contains a full description of a monster called the Blood Beast. It is a horrific, bloated creature with tough, spiny skin and facial blisters which burst open to become mock eyes. Evolved to hide the Blood Beast's only weak spot, its real eyes. Blood beasts usually dwell in pools of fetid slime which give off poisonous gas. This gas is so strong that it can easily knock people unconscious. The blood beast, although too bulbous to haul itself out of its slime pool, has a long and vicious tongue with which to wrap around its victims before it drags them into its pool. As a victim's flesh starts to decompose in the vile slime, the blood beast will feed upon it. You tell Throm about the grotesque beast, but he merely shrugs his shoulders and tells you to get going. Will you open the black book, which we've done that already, haven't we?
Yep.
Which you can't do that. Otherwise, you must continue north
Isn't it staggering?
with Throm.
Yeah, I've noticed.
So you've been warned, young lady.
Oh, yes. Also, it's interesting that the red book is quite clearly this book. It's this thing of like,
This is
hello.
green.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying here, I found this book. It describes these creatures, these terrible creatures you'll encounter. How wonderful to be in Death Trap Dungeon by Ian Livingstone and find Death
No, we're
Trap
doing
Dungeon.
no. This is the promo bit. Is it okay? Death Trap Dungeon now available from Scholastic. Used to be published by Penguin Books in the 80s, then Icon Books in the 90s, and now we've got Scholastic publish them now. Not only that, there's an important announcement to be tomorrow about Death Trap Dungeon, which is that Nomad Games, who've also done a great Fighting Fantasy Legends, are releasing a new portal called Fighting Fantasy Legends Portal, and the Death Trap Dungeon trilogy will be released in that on June the 20th. And Carl from Nomad Games is in this room. And I wasn't supposed to say that, but I just have. Hello, Carl. Where are you, Carl? Carl's in a borehole. Sorry, yes. Never mind.
He's a bloody nomad. He's not where you expect him to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going with
369, the goose drunk wine. Here we go. The tunnel continues sharply to the right.
You're hosting the bingo all of a sudden, are you?
Yeah.
369. Yep.
The goose drunk wine.
The goose drunk
wine. Streetcar line. Yeah, I can't remember the words. Throm stops and tells you to halt as well. He turns his head slowly from side to side, listening. I hear footsteps coming down the tunnel towards us. He whispers, draw your sword. You both crouch down to hide in the shadows. Not a minute too soon, for a moment later you see the silhouette of two armed figures approaching. Throm jumps up and dashes forward, screaming a loud battle cry. There are two cave trolls in front of you. Throm attacks the first one, with his battle axe, and you must run to his aid and attack the second one, cave troll. So we've got a bit of combat going. This cave troll is quite meaty, got a skill of 10 and a stamina of 11. Will you win?
Have I wronged you in some way?
Supportive audience.
Yes.
You've,
I'm not going to lie, it's a lot of fun with everyone else, but you seem unnecessarily harsh. It's like having a relative at the back of the room. What? Pardon?
Lady Darren once.
Oh, well, hello. I'm so sorry the paperwork hasn't reached us. The divorce is happening. Okay.
the dark room. This is the light room. Okay. Where's my dice roller? I need another dice roller. Who's...
Hey!
Okay. Roll them.
10.
10 plus 10 is 20.
Oh,
You are 9 plus 2 dice rolls.
okay. 2.
This is going to be tough on a 6-sided dice. Nay, impossible.
5.
You lose.
Last.
Down to 14 stamina. 2 plus... You did roll double ones then? Yeah, quite a hero.
How many more of these do we have?
Well, it's down to 3.
It's down to 3. 8. Oh, you got 8 of you?
Yeah, you...
I was about to propose a drilling the scissors, paper, rock, just to really get through this, but okay.
No, we can do that.
Oh yeah, could we?
Yeah.
Oh good, right, Yes!
But you are down to a stamina of 10 now, so
Right.
you're looking a bit weedy. Madam.
No more dice. Only the honesty of the rock, the paper, and the scissors. Okay.
You look left and see
You're right.
Throm standing over the cave troll he has slain.
Oh, good on you, Throm.
Blood is pouring out from a deep cut in his shoulder, but it does not seem to bother him. You search the bodies of the cave troll, but find nothing except for a bone ring on a leather cord hanging around the neck of one of them. Ooh. The ring is engraved with a symbol which Throm recognizes. He explains that it must have belonged to druids of the north, and that an ancient talisman such as this will increase your powers if your body is able to accept it. Throm will not touch it, and advise you to leave it alone. Will you put the ring on?
My body is ready.
Or will you rather continue east with Throm?
Yeah, put the ring on. The ring's on. Got the ring on.
Is this an engagement ring then?
Well, with me and Throm.
Yeah.
That's good.
As soon as you put the ring on your finger,
Yes.
your whole body starts to shake.
Oh, good. I'm so excited. It's because I'm thrilled. Yes.
Roll 2 dice.
Ah.
This is a skill roll.
What happened to the big ones? Oh, that. 9.
9 plus 9 is 8. It's the same as. Turn to 115. Are you ready for this?
No.
Gladys?
Oh, yeah.
Your body continues to vibrate intensely, and you feel as if you're about to pass out, but your strength is great, and you manage to withstand the tremendous shock to your system. Finally, you calm down and feel the ring's beneficial powers working for you. Add 3 stamina points. That's unfortunate. You see Throm looking at you anxiously, so you reassure him that you're fully recovered. He strides off and you follow him. Where will he lead you to, Gladys?
Tell me, Ian.
The tunnel leads into a damp, high-ceiling cavern with a rock-strewn floor.
You got any junctions?
Long dripping teeth like stalactites, hang down threateningly, their constant dripping creating milky pools on the floor. The tunnel carries on through an archway carved in the shape of a demonic mouth. Will you search the chamber, or would you rather head straight for the archway?
Search! Yeah. Archway! What do you reckon? Archway? Search? Yeah. Archway? Yeah. Archway. Archway.
That's on the Northern Line.
You know what loves a London joke? Birmingham.
I don't even know, I was just guessing.
Yeah.
That's,
You've never taken the tube. Right.
is it like the pipe?
Borehole.
The tunnel ends at a large oak door. You don't like doors, do you?
Oh, no, an oak door, my greatest weakness.
Throm wastes no time in testing the handle and is somewhat surprised to find the door unlocked.
Dwarf.
He pushes it open and walks into a torchlit chamber. Sitting alone on an ornate chair is a dwarf, who bids you enter the chamber. As you do so, the oak door swings shut behind you.
Oh.
Adventurers, you have done well to get this far, says the dwarf in a deep voice. However, as you both know, there can only be one winner in the Trial of Champions. As Trial Master, it's my duty to Baron Succumbit to let only the most able continue. Therefore, I must devise a test of wits and strength to eliminate one of you. Please do not attempt to dispose of me. It would be utterly pointless, for, as you can see, there is no obvious way out of this chamber, and only I know where the hidden exit lies. Now, if you'd care to decide between you who will go first, I shall make the necessary preparations. You look at Throm, suddenly angry that your effective partnership might soon come to an end.
Oh, our effective partnership.
He leans over you and whispers in your ear that you should try to kill the dwarf and worry about the exit later. Will you join Throm in attacking the dwarf? Or would you rather persuade Throm to go through with the dwarf's test?
Not the dwarf.
Gladys, the choice is yours.
Kill the dwarf! Yeah! Obey the rules and do the test. Yeah! And on this day, we will be killing the dwarf.
Okie dokie. Sizest.
Good try.
As you rush towards the dwarf, he pulls 2 hand darts from his belt and throws them at you and Throm, hitting you both in the leg. You are both instantly paralyzed by the poison on the tip of the dart. Lose 2 stamina points.
Oh! Wait, is that all paralysis done?
As though glued to the floor, you can only watch as the dwarf retrieves his dart from your thigh. He asks you whether you're willing to enter his contest now. You both nod your heads.
Our unparalleled...
Slowly, the effects of the poison wear off and mobility returns. The dwarf beckons you to follow him, telling Throm to await his turn. He opens a secret door in the chamber wall, and you follow him through into a circular room. He closes the door behind you and hands you 2 bone dice. You roll a 6 and a 2.
Do I?
That's what it says here. That's a total of 8, by the way. The dwarf asks you to roll again, but this time you must predict the total. Will it be the same, higher, or lower than 8? You're going to guess it's going to be higher?
I reckon it's going to be higher.
You don't have to actually roll them.
Oh, good.
You just have to guess.
Oh, great. It's higher then.
So, it's higher, you're going to say it's higher?
I do.
All right. Right, that goes to higher. He says. She says. Roll 2 dice. If the result is higher than 8, we'll do something, and if it's lower, you'll do something else. Let's see. So you think it's going to be 8 or more. Let's see what you roll.
I'm so glad something happened. I thought a dwarf had fired a dart and paralysed the show. Right, here we go. Oh.
You can roll your big dice twice if you want.
No, this is fine. This is fine. Let's get the results all at once. Works at the doctor's. Here we go.
9.
9!
The dwarf congratulates you for guessing correctly. He tells you that you must now progress to the second stage of the test.
Oh, good.
He reaches for a wicker basket and tells you that a snake is held within it. He tips up the basket and the snake drops onto the floor. It's a cobra, and it rears up in the air, ready to strike. The dwarf tells you that he wishes to test your reactions. Barehanded, you must grasp the cobra below its head, avoiding its deadly fangs. You crouch down on the floor, tensing yourself for the moment to seize it. You're going to be rolling some dice again. And now we're going to be testing your skill. Is it going to be higher or lower or the same as your skill, I wonder? Oh, this is skill dice.
Skill. Okay. What's my skill again?
Your skill is currently 9. You're looking to get under it, really. Yeah. So the higher it is, the easier it is to roll underneath it. So if you're good,
Right.
if you've got a high skill,
Okay.
you get a roll on a low number, then you succeed.
All right.
So if you've got a low
I'm
skill,
having a premature senior moment, I can't lie. Right.
go boy, girl, sorry, go girl.
5.
Here comes the second one. You need. Oh, it's greater than your skill. Let's see what happened.
Oh.
That was not good.
Right.
The cobra's reactions are quicker than yours, and its hooded head shoots forward to bite you. But you can test your luck.
Oh. Yeah, right.
Roll 2 dice.
Okay. 7.
7. Your luck is 12. So you are lucky. Lucky, lucky, lucky. You should be so lucky in love. Luckily for you, the cobra's fangs sink into your leather wristband.
Oh, good. Oh.
The snake recoils quickly, ready to strike again. And the dwarf says, you have to have another go. Roll 2 dice. It's another skill test.
All right.
You're looking to get low this time with
Okay.
a 6.
4 and 3. It's
7. That's good, isn't it? 10 to 55. With lightning speed, you thrust your... This is a long one. You're sitting back comfortably. You thrust your hand out. You can sit down if you want. And grip the cobra just below its open mouth. You lift it up and arm outstretched, dangle it in front of the dwarf. He doesn't flinch but stays calm in a calm, expressionless way. Please put the cobra back in the basket and prepare for the final part of the test. Follow me. You do what he says and follow him back into the chamber. See, that's for Throm to do after you see. Follow me. You do what he says and follow him back to the chamber where Throm is pacing up and down, obviously ill at ease. You wave to him while the dwarf opens a second secret door and tells you to walk on through and wait for him.
There's a snake.
Again, you comply and find yourself in another circular room, although this one resembles a small arena. The floor is covered with sand, with a small balcony runs around the arena wall.
Oh, a balcony.
Opposite the secret door by which you entered is an ominous-looking wooden door. Suddenly you hear a shout and look up to see the smiling dwarf standing on the balcony. He throws 2 pieces of paper down. One of them... Oh, it's an anagram. This could be trouble. Okay, I'll tell you what the anagram is. You should get either choose Scorpion or Minotaur. So, which one do you want to fight? Do you want to fight the scorpion or the minotaur?
Scorpion! Minotaur! Scorpion!
Okay, scorpion is. This is another. This is a giant scorpion.
Oh, what?
I mean, this is
Tricky.
tricky. But we are running out of time, so rather than ask Lucy to go through the tortuous long combat session, we're going to do a scissors, paper, stone with Lucy against the mighty Gladys.
That's Rose. Your daughter's name is Lucy.
Oh, I've got a Lucy Rose. Sorry, it's another senior moment.
You were nearly in the will.
Rose. Okay, best of three though,
All right, ready?
because he cheated the first time. 1, 2, 3.
Hey!
Okay, 1-0 to Gladys.
1, 2, 3. Hey! 1, 2, 3. Oh no!
1-1. Well done, Rose. It's a decider.
1, 2, 3. Yeah!
The giant scorpion is dead. Rose, I'm sorry I called you by the wrong name, but obviously kind of weakened your performance by that, but never mind.
Your scissor wielding ability was diminished. Yep. Oh, snake.
Okay, turn to 163. That was pretty good, Gladys. You did well. The dwarf calls down from the balcony, congratulating you on your victory. He throws a sack down into the arena and tells you to relax and regain your strength for the final part of the test. Then he walks off, saying he will return in 10 minutes. You open the sack and find a jug of wine and a cooked chicken. From Tesco's. If you wish to eat the food and drink, eat and drink the dwarf's offering, or would you rather just sit down and wait his return? Are you going to eat and drink? Or are you just going to forego that offering?
Do we trust him in any way?
I've just realised that I've offered children wine here in this book. I don't remember writing that. It wouldn't happen these days. Well, Gladys, what's it to be?
Sorry. The reason I'm laughing is because I've got a kid's book coming out next year, and we have a lot worse than wine.
Shame on you.
Oh, no, money, much. It's going to be fine. Righto. Oh,
The kids are more interested
chicken
in
and wine. Yeah! Oh, it's a big Friday. Chicken and wine. Let's have some Tesco chicken and wine.
Okay. Gain 2 stamina points.
Oh.
Fully satisfied, you sit down and await the dwarf's return. So you can have a quick chill.
Yep.
How's it going, Gladys?
All right. Oh, you talking to me? Oh, yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm just having a quick chill.
Okay.
I always like to chill in front of 300
Yeah,
expectant people. That's the time I usually think, let's have ourselves a little break right about now.
The dwarf reappears in the balcony.
Oh, Christ.
He calls down, says, "Well, I do have an interesting problem on my hands. You must prepare to fight your next opponent." The wooden door
Yeah, come on, Throm. Get
rises open once again.
out. Yep.
You're surprised to see a familiar face.
Oh,
It is
Dad.
indeed Throm.
That's Throm.
He is cut and badly bruised, but it doesn't
Yeah,
seem to
yeah.
recognize you. He's clearly delirious as he staggers forward with his axe raised to attack you. The dwarf laughs and says, "The cobra bit him, but he has the strength of an ox and managed to carry on, even though most men would have died. Now you must fight him to decide finally which of you will continue the trial of champions." You shout abuse at the dwarf, protesting against the cruelty of such a contest. He merely laughs.
What's this? The air conditioning working?
Okay, I'll give you +2 stamina for that.
Yeah.
You're up to 15 thanks to the aircon.
And only 5 minutes before the end of the show. All right.
Time check. We got 3 minutes. But now you must fight. This could be a good way to end this torrid story. A tale of daring do.
Horrid story? Who are you, Agatha Christie? What is this torrid, sordid series of
Hold
events?
your tongue, young Gladys. You're about to fight the mighty Throm. He has a skill of 10 and a stamina of 12. Despite his wounds, he's immensely strong.
Right.
Will you survive? Who thinks he's going to survive this? I just gave him foolishly 2 extra stamina for the aircon.
Right. Out of interest, can you stand in for the mighty Throm? Yes, sir.
Yeah, I reckon. So this will be a best of 5
There we go.
because Throm is mighty.
Okay. Alright, we doing it? Yeah?
We are best of 5. 1, 2, go.
Hey, 1, 2, 3. Hey, 1, 2, 3. Yes!
Okay. Throm has been. He's been bitten by a cobra. Go easy on him.
Okay, yeah, I'll do it left-handed. Yeah, right. Are you ready to go? 1, 1. Oh!
1-1.
I knew I shouldn't have. Right. Hey!
2-1. It's best of 5, Gladys. 2-2. This is the decider. This is the end of the show. Will he be a winner or will he be a loser? Only winners are grinners. Losers make their own friends. Yay! You die. You die. Okay. Let's have a big hand for Mr. John Robertson, who died. I'm Ian Livingstone. Thank you very much.
Thank you all.